Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda. In today's video, we are going to be doing a blooming gel nail art tutorial, so I really hope you all enjoy watching. Jumping straight into the video, I'm going to be doing this design on press-on nail tips. So if you was doing this on yourself or a client, you would need to come in and do your natural nail prep before applying your base coat. So I'll leave the dedicated prep video I have linked in the description box below. Now for our base coat, we're going to be using one of the rubber color bases. This is from the latest rubber color base launch, and this is RB24, which is a beautiful soft milky pink, and it has a very subtle shimmer to it. Now I feel as though this color is such a perfect base for nail art, like a lot of the Kiki London rubber color bases are, because they all have quite a natural sheer color range to them, so they don't pop too much that it's going to draw too much attention away from anything that you put on top of them. Of course, they look absolutely beautiful on their own, but for a base they are perfect for any kind of nail art, where today we're going to be doing them with blooming gel, but they just work with anything you want to do. Now I've applied my first coat quite thinly, cured that for 30 seconds, and then on that second coat I've just built up a little bit of structure, because I kind of wanted to replicate if I was doing this on a long natural nail. So if I was doing this on a long nail, I would make sure I'm putting in a little bit more product to build up a bit of an apex, and this is going to really strengthen the natural nails, which is something that the rubber color bases are perfect for, especially if you are trying to grow longer nails or grow out your natural nails. So as you can see, it's a really soft milky shade. It's just got a little hint of pink coming through, and then those beautiful subtle shimmers. There are a few more shimmery bases available, and they range from being quite sparkly to full-on glitter flakes, so there is something for everyone. Now a lot of the time, if I'm working with these on my natural nails and building up a bit of structure before I come in and do my nail art, I like to come in and refine them using a Kiki London buffer. This just really helps you have a super flawless application. It helps get that cuticle area nice and flush, and then it also brings back some of the sharpness to the natural nail shape if you just run the buffer along the free edge. So I've come over the entire surface of the nail with my 100 grit side of my buffer, just to simply refine anything. We're not trying to remove product necessarily, but just make sure everything is nice and smooth. We're then going to wipe away any dust that might have caused, and I've done that on all 4 of our tips, so we're ready to move on to our design. Now in today's video, I'm going to be using bold burgundy, which is this gorgeous autumnal red. I do not know what made me say orange there. Beautiful autumnal red. However, I do feel as though where this is softened a little bit in the blooming gel design, it works perfectly where we're kind of like transitioning from summer into autumn. And then I did want to add in a hint of this beautiful color. This is Auburn Blaze from the Cat's Eye range. We're not necessarily going to see too much of the cat eye effect, which is something I just wanted to showcase in this video. You don't necessarily have to use the cat eye gels for those cat's eye purposes. You can just use them for how beautiful the colors are. Now we are doing a blooming gel design, so you are going to need some blooming gel. If you don't have a blooming gel, you can do this with a base coat as well. You just might find that your colors don't bloom as much as what they do with a blooming gel. So I always recommend trying out the Kiki London blooming gel, because it works beautifully for designs like we're going to do today, but I use it a lot in marbles as well. Now what you're basically going to do is, I'm using a dotting tool for all of these designs, and you're just going to create a design into that wet blooming gel, and it's going to bloom and kind of just change the shape. It's going to soften everything. We're going to do 4 different designs, and then these are also going to be kind of like bases for a little bit of detailing using gel paints as well. So on this first one, we're keeping it super simple, and we're doing just a few dots going across the nail, alternating between the bold burgundy and the Auburn Blaze. You could run your magnet over this if you wanted to create some of that magnetic effect in the cat's eye gel polish, but I decided not to for this particular one. Now I did let this bloom just for a few seconds. I didn't want it to overly bloom, and then I'm going to pop that in to cure. Whilst that's curing, we can work on the next nail. So again, you're going to come in, you want to apply your blooming gel even enough that is covering the entire nail, so then you're not going to have to stress about where your design is blooming basically, but you don't want to apply it too thickly that is adding unnecessary bulk to the nail. On this nail we're going to do a classic blooming gel flower simply by dotting down 5 dots to create the petals for a flower shape. This is super simple to do, and you can add as many of the flowers to the nail as you like. I decided to go in with quite a large one in the center, but I have got a few designs up on the channel where we've added a few flowers onto one nail, and something I love about this particular look is you can play around with the colors and get it to work for most seasons. And then I simply used some of the Auburn Blaze in the center of that flower to create the center, just to add in a little hint of that color. We're then going to come in, pop that into Cure and do our third nail, so again applying that blooming gel. Now I like to put the nail into Cure once I'm happy with how much it's bloomed. If you leave it to bloom for longer, it's going to bloom a lot more, so you kind of just want to wait a few seconds until you're happy with the design and then cure it. If you was working on a hand and doing, like if you're working on yourself or a client and doing similar designs where the next nail is going to be quite quick, you don't necessarily have to cure each nail as you go, but I personally do prefer to do that, just because once the design has bloomed there's no going back. So if it over blooms and doesn't look how you want it to look, then the only thing you could do is wipe it off and start again. So I do prefer a lot of the time to do one nail at a time, and then you can either flash cure for 10 seconds or do a full 30-second cure. If you do choose to flash cure, then you want to make sure that at the end, when you've completed all of the nails, you do give them a full 30-second cure. Now that last nail we did, all we simply did is went around the edge with bold burgundy, and I loved how that looked. I just think it's such a cute design, and again it would look beautiful in whichever color choice of gel polish you did. We are going to go over with some silver gel paints, and I kind of like did an inner wonky frame, and that was my favorite nail in the set. I think on this nail I very simply just dotted along with the Auburn Blaze, and this one I do run the magnet over the top to kind of create that cat's eye effect. I did want to point out that I did find that the cat's eye gel polishes don't bloom as quickly as the color gel polishes. They do have an ever so slightly different formula, of course, where they're cat's eye, so the consistency is a little bit different, so they don't bloom as much or as quickly. So that's just something to bear in mind if you are adding them into your design. Now the next step is completely optional, but I'm going to come in and rubber top coat just to smooth everything out. I'm only applying a thin coat of this, and we are going to buff it, but just because I want to come in and add some hand painted nail art over the top of this. But sometimes when you've worked with blooming gel, it can look a little bit uneven, so just by adding on a layer of rubber top coat, you're giving the nail a super smooth finish. So this not only makes your hand painting a little bit easier to do, it also smooths out the entire nail, so you're not going to have any lumpy bumpy appearances, and which is especially noticeable when like your hands are under lights and stuff. So I want to make sure that structure wise everything is nice and smooth, there's no unevenness. So I come in with a layer of that rubber top coat, cured it for 60 seconds, and then I'm just going to go over with my buffer to make this matte so that we can paint on top without any issues. When you have your matte surface and you come in with your gel paints, it lessens how much they bleed, and then I also find it a little bit easier when it comes to actually controlling the gel paints as well. So as I mentioned, that step is completely optional. It doesn't have to be done. It's just something that I like to personally do, especially when working on longer nails as well. So now that we have done that on all of the nails, I'm going to take the metallic silver gel paint. I've just popped a little bit of this down on my palette, and then I'm going to use my stripe liner brush to do a few little details on all of the nails. So on this one I decided to do some stems and leaves just coming across that blooming gel background, and I really loved how it looked. One of my favorite looks for any kind of nail art design is a layered look where you've got kind of a few different layers going on. Like in this design we've got those shimmers in the base for the rubber base, and then we've got some color popping in that blooming gel design, and then finishing off with the silver leaves. I just really love how it all comes together and gives you that full-on nail art look. Now I know this is not for everyone. Minimalist nails have been in for what I feel like has felt forever, like very much winter Even summer, although we had a lot of brights, everything felt quite minimal when it comes to nail art. So I'm really hoping that now we're going into autumn and winter and Christmas nails, the nail art starts making an appearance, because I really love those full-on maximalist style nails where you've got decals, foils, gel paints, blooming gel, marbles. I love it when there's a lot going on. So I really enjoyed doing this set. Now I have sped this part of the video up because I'm not the quickest at hand painting, but if you want to fast on forward, you can. This now was the one that took me the longest because I kind of was adding quite a few leaves to each stem, so it was a little bit time consuming. But let's talk about the gel paints. Currently there are 6 colors available in the gel paint range, and I really love working with them. They have a very highly pigmented formula, so a little bit goes a long way, especially with the solid colors as well. When it comes to their difference in gel polish, you don't have to stress with the gel paints about doing 2 coats when you're creating nail art, which obviously makes it a lot easier. Now consistency wise, they have a super thin consistency, so they're a lot thinner than your gel polishes, so you only need a small amount on your brush. I like to put my brush into the gel paint, work it through, and then go in, take some of the excess off, and then go in and paint onto the nail. So on the flowers, I just added a few little leaves, and then this one was my favorite. I didn't know what to put on this one at first, and then I thought I'm just going to come in and do like a wonky frame. I've seen this design a few times on Instagram and I really love it. It's very, very simple, but I think it just looks really fun, and you don't necessarily have to include this in a full-on nail art design. You could just do this as maybe like one nail in a set where the rest of the nails are just a plain rubber base coat, and it adds a little funky hint to the design. Jumping back to the gel paints, as I mentioned, they are available in 3 shades. So there are 3 metallic shades. We have silver, gold, and rose, and they're all in this metallic chrome like effect, which is brilliant as they're a little bit quicker than say doing isolated chrome. And then we have 3 solid colors, which are black, white, and red. Now if you have used them and you would like to see more colors, comment below, and then hopefully that's something we can launch in the future, because I really love the colors we have available, but I would love to see more, and I know that there's a few of you out there who would like to see more as well. So once I had finished applying all of the gel paints to all of the nails, I popped all 4 nails in to cure for 60 seconds, and then we're going to come in and seal everything in with a final layer of top coat. Now because we've got lots of layers going on in this design, I didn't want to come in with a rubber top coat and add another sort of thicker layer, so I've gone in with the crystal top coat, which has a beautiful consistency but is amazing for encapsulating in any of your nail art. So I'm just going to apply a thin coat of this to all 4 of those nails, pop them in to cure for 60 seconds, and this is the finished result. These were super fun to do and I think they looked really pretty, but do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to comment below and let me know any videos you would like to see, whether it's demonstrating a product or a particular design. Let me know and I'll see what I can do. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, hit that subscription button if you haven't already, and I shall see you all again next Friday. Lots of love, take care, bye bye.